All right, hello, Bang Gang, or Beam Gang, however you pronounce that. All right, hello, Bang Gang, or Beam Gang, however you pronounce that. All right, hello, Bang Gang. All right, so 5 minutes or so till it begins, however you pronounce that. Gotta put my volume up. Not sure why, but I will. Do you guys play the just question for any? Do you guys play the game with a volume or without volume? I just thought of that. I stream with no volume at all because that's how I play. But not sure if that would create any additional excitement for anybody if there was volume. I doubt it. So I am supposed to be doing the 5, 6, 7, 8 place game, but who knows? Let's see what happens. What we got in here? All right, hello H-Man, both in-game chat and okay, so looks like I am in a battlefield because I have the battlefield chat, I guess. So yeah, there I am. I am the Phoenix. Not sure what team I am with. Don't see. I should see green, but I guess I'm in before any other players. So I guess see what happens. So yeah, so 4 teams here. IMO 5. I don't know what that means. 5 average. I don't know. S60 and NEF, who is Nefarious on the same server as I am. Let's see if I can paste this into world chat. Sure, that'll go over well. People generally very friendly with that. Hey, I'm joking. I'm sure there'll be some comments telling me, laughing at it. But who knows? So I'm going to log into my game on my phone to kick me out. And then maybe if I restart it and kick out my phone, that will help here and show me the teams. Yeah, so I think I'm in now because I am beginning to get some lag. The game is slower. Yeah, there we go. Got the red Wi-Fi symbol. Yep, okay, so I'm in here as spectator now. And okay, so let's see which team I am with. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, I am a member of Team IMO. Really hate to be missing rallies too. So let's see. Team IMO is not talking yet, at least not in here. So let's see what sort of size they have here. 3.6. Actually, you know what? I could probably just go to let's just look at their alliance, and you could just assume that it's going to be all the biggest people. So there you go. Bama. Looks like he is an Alabama football fan with a football beside it. 10 billion. 5 and 4. Say my name. 6.4. Looks like he is a Breaking Bad fan. Walter White. Famously, say my name. Heisenberg. 4.6, 3.7, but not online. Okay, so that is that team. Oh, got the big keep here. Stormwell 2.1. Yeah. So, oh, that was a interesting keep. Who's that? The red one. Nasty. 1.6. That's a very nice keep for what? How? I'm gonna see. Try and guess here. 156. Yeah. So these guys are like 5 years old. Their server. It's an old one. And looks like they are all in here. So see if I recognize any players on here. S60 Dark Side. Okay, so they got some big players, 6 and 7 billion. Rooster, I recognize his name. And okay, so I think I just saw people port. So I think I saw them disappear off the screen. Savage and average. Okay, so that's what the 5AV means. So I was right, actually, average. Okay, so I have seen all the teams, and I believe that Nefarious is probably going to do well here. Okay, let's see what they say. Everybody waiting to port. They just showed some people, and looks like they are currently looking at the Nefarious team. I don't know if they're... Looks like nobody has moved yet. Should be in the next minute, because my clock says it is 4 minutes into the battle. Let's see. There it seems like they know some people. What is going on, guy? Okay, so looks like there is a... Bama is saying no ghosting, no pre-rain unless it's a rally from Nef. So no pre-rain, no rain at all. So all I can really assume from that is that maybe there's a little secret handshake between all these teams to not pre-reinforce each other before. Lots of teams do not like that. Lots of teams like to play where if you want to reinforce after you see the rally, that's cool, but to sit there with reinforcements in your keep before is boring. So, you know, it's hard to get 4 teams to agree on something. So, see what comes of that. I'm just going to check our server world chat. Yeah, you can see people talking about reinforcements in there as well. Okay, so looks like Bama has picked the spot. And it appears that no one else is with them from the other teams yet, unless that's some right here. Okay, so it looks like this team is actually right here, and they are just going to scout each other. Let's see where we are on the map. Okay, so they're kind of in the middle of nowhere, actually. Like, there's no building right there. Usually people go in, and yeah, you can see right here, someone has decided to take this rally hall, and they're probably going to park their entire team right there. Okay, so this guy with the red line that we see there, so just so you know, they place me in the game as the Phoenix, so I am the B-15, and someone just killed me. And That's why I see a red line coming from me right now. So anytime you see a red line, it is because they are attacking me. I guess it's just the way the game is built. If they have to put me in as something to be able to spectate. So we'll just do an early check on the score. And very early, let's see, just for fun, who got Neff's 12 points? See if it'll show who's their early score leader. Again, suffering lag here. So okay, so we just had a big rally here on some sort of cowgirl. Ravers cowgirl. Oh, there we go. Reverse cowgirl. And she is down to 1.2 billion. But judging from the name, I'm just going to guess this is a male with a female avatar. Okay, so Dark Cheza is now getting hit. And I always like when teams line up just like this right beside each other. Why, if you're just going to attack each other, why waste all the speeds going back and forth? Why not, like, you're attacking each other anyways. We all know what this game is about. So why not just be right beside each other? Yeah, so this is okay. So it looks like they are going after Dark Cheza again, and Reverse Cowgirl. Looks like there's two rallies, one on each. I'm trying to click and get in on one, and there we go. Looks like we're just seeing the very end of the Dark Cheza. I'm just going to guess it's going to be on fire here. And we got the nice red circle of death where the game cuts out, but we are back. And Dark Cheza is not zeroed. But let's see how low. It has to be very low. Yes, 133. So there should be fire. Unless this player was able to put it out very quickly while I was on lag, or they just have a very, very tiny amount of troops left, because 133 pretty low. So Reverse Cowgirl has ported away from a rally. It's always weird when I see avatars of people because they make me think of people on my server. So it looks like these two teams are just going head to head. So let's see if we can go over to the other area where the other teams are, and let's see what is going on here. So this is obviously either this person is getting rallied or that's their lead rallier, because there's all sorts of troops going in here, and given that it's Scipio, etc., but there's a line coming here, so it could be an attack. I would assume that this person is going to be sending a rally somewhere. Okay, let's get in here. Say my name is attacking this player. Oh, and we just missed it, but let's see the end result. They are down to 1.4 billion. I'll double check just to make sure that's not delayed. Yeah, so that is what they are down to. Okay. Naughty Devil is going to be receiving a rally, and this person is 1.1 billion, and this look always makes me think of Major X on my server. That's his avatar, and I'll always think of him when I see it. So 1.1, and I think the pseudo major, also known as Naughty Devil, is zeroed. And there you can see the fire. Okay, this guy's looks like he ported away from the hit because he's not there. His name is something like Dark and Thick. Not sure. I have to see it because sometimes they look a little different here. But it appears there is a general theme to this team's names. H-Man, cover your eyes. Okay, so this player is 1.3 billion, and he's about to get hit. He's receiving some rallies, and they're not really speeding in the attack, and they're letting the reinforcements arrive. I'm not sure why they would do that. Maybe they just generally don't care. So let's see what just happened here. And 962. So he only lost 400 million power. Looks like someone from another team has just scouted him. I don't know who, but it would probably be from this area. And let's take a look at the hospital because there is a buff coming in, and people usually fight for that. I know we do. They are very nice. They're very nice buffs usually. So I will click back, and I'm alive again. The B-15 has respawned. I wonder when someone will attack me. Okay, so this is a player on the team that I am viewing, and his name is Kirby upside down. He's got 965 million remaining. So there are no attacks yet. Or sorry, there's no attacks in the rally. No one is setting any rallies right now. Looks like everybody's troops are returning home and they're in a scout phase. So it looks like Neff owns the rally hall, but only one player is there with him, it looks like, unless they've all moved. Yeah, it looks like they have all moved somewhere, so I will try and find the other areas where I think that people generally will be to fight. Hopefully something comes up in here, maybe. Maybe everybody just went to the same area, all 4 teams. Yes, this is Say My Name. This is my favorite keep in the game. I do not know where it comes from, though. I've been trying to figure out, and no one seems to have the answer. Special keep from somewhere, some sort of event. Oh, looks like Yurf is attacking me at the B15, but that's not interesting, so we'll get off of that. I just saw the red line. So I don't know where all the teams are right now, because here's these two. Oh, there we go. Neff. I saw them port somewhere, and I just figured they wanted to get in on the action with all the other teams. So this is, in my opinion, a very good move, especially to jump on 2 teams that are in the middle of fighting each other. So there could be some half-weakened opponents where you could finish them off and get easy points without giving up lots of power. So this could get really interesting here. Looks like Neff just rallied the Q, and they did finish him off. So it looks like Pac-Man. I'll try and see. I'll see if I can get last match on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah. I can't really access the chats during the battle. It really lags me out. Just trying to click on it right now. You could probably see on the screen that it's very choppy and the lines are moving slow. And that's probably because I clicked on the chat to try and see. I just wanted to see. Nope. And there we go. I gotta reload the game. Yeah, so I will not go on the chat anymore because I don't know why it does that, but it's very hard for me to. I guess the game is just so laggy with 4 teams in there, so I will just stick to the map and the rally screen and the scoreboard, and anything else seems to lag out the game. Okay, here we are. Let's get back in there. No alliance wars right now. Find that hard to believe. Nothing. So I can't find the teams right now. Not sure why. I have the score at the top. So let's just look at the score. Well, what is up? Jeffrey Moxie. So let's look at the score, and there is Reverse Cowgirl in first place. Kirby in second, Bama, and then Bucko. So And team-wise, looks like there is a tie for first place between Dark Side and Immortals, and Savage and Average in the middle there, and Nefarious is falling behind, and that's probably why they ported to find a new place on the map. So I'm going to kick myself out of this game with logging in on my phone and then going back to BlueStacks. Just maybe it will refresh the game. I wonder if the players are having this issue as well that I am having right now. So Dawal Banasholi, what is going on? What do you mean by this is old? So hopefully this worked. Yep, there it did. It did work. Now I can see the teams on the map again. So yeah, they really do have to find some way to I hope they can find a way to allow the viewer under the hood to be more of a part of the action. Okay, so there's obviously some sort of rally going on there. Okay, so it looks like Neff, Huntress, is rallying. Not sure if I missed it or they just hit him. So he's down to 346 million. And he is done. So yes, it does appear that I missed him. Missed the actual contact, but 346 probably has a couple more troops left hidden somewhere, maybe horse or something. Okay, so nothing in the team tab for wars. Let's look at the scoreboard just to see. Yeah, so that was an accurate scoreboard I did have last time, as it's still the same. And right here, okay. Oh, that one just went. These are, I'm getting them either very late or these teams are very fast at rallying. Okay, got this one early. So this player is at 1.6 billion. And that is Neff attacking with archers because that is Electra. And that is a very slow march by Scipio trying to get in there for the reinforcements. I don't know why. Looks like that was a double rally actually. I believe Neff hit twice. And this player is zeroed now at 126. That looked like I saw Scipio sneak in there for a second attack on. Looks like Stormwell is about to get hit. And he is at 1.2 billion. And he is going to now be zeroed at 155. Not sure which team did the attack there. It looks like it was Savage and Average. Okay, so it looks like nobody is 5.7. Rubio is about to get hit, I believe. Unless it's a fake. Sometimes people do fake attacks and then everyone goes to reinforce that player and then the attack goes elsewhere. So I don't see anything coming his way, so yeah, it looks like they're just leaving it on him, and I don't think they're going to be sending this. He's a big player to start hitting right now. Looks like Monk is getting hit, and he is 1.1, and let's see the aftermath. 0. He is 135 million, and that is a 0. There's the fire. Yeah, so I don't think that rally on monk was going anywhere. This one might fail on hen. If 6.9, just need one. Oh, here's one that's filling up on Victoria, and she is 3.3 billion. But I do think this is okay. So what she is now 2.4 billion. So she lost 800 million. I do find it very weird that no one is speeding any attacks, or the reinforcements, or at least the team that I'm viewing is not. I don't know why. Maybe they just don't think it's worth it. Maybe they have no speeds. Got hit again. No, did not. Those are just the same marches leading. Okay, so let's go see what some of the other teams are doing in this area. There's Neff. It looks like Bot is at 90 million and 0. Not sure why, but he did change his name. It used to be Botanist a long time ago. In fact, I remember teasing him in World Chat when we were rivals in different alliances, asking if he likes flowers. And now his name is Bot. Not sure why the name change, but maybe someone could fill us in with that. How else are we doing here? So I'll just look at a couple random keeps in Neff and see what their power's at. And so yeah, so still full power there. And it'll give us some sort of idea as to how they're doing, as we can see their power levels. Bears 1.2 billion. I think he's a bit bigger than that, actually. Power Trip 13, 3.8. That's kind of his normal size. Huntress as well. She should be right around there. Yeah, 4.2. She's put on a little weight. Again, chunky. And War, 4 billion. So I think he's normally 4.1. All these guys should be right around 4 billion. They're a very even alliance for the most part. This is a 5 billion player normally, and this is their only really higher guy. He's, yeah, I think he's a 7.7 or something, but there he is, 7.6. So it looks like Neff is losing most of their power by attacking. So they're not, no one's really attacking them. It doesn't look like too much. So let's go back to the rally mode. And yeah, so there's something set on Big China here, or some people call him Big Tiger, or HHK. We obviously cannot read that, or I can't anyways. And okay, so he is dead. 1.4 billion on Gabby. And he is now down to 356. So that was a hit by Neff. So they got some very good points there, I'd assume. Let's, yeah, so this one on Big China here, I don't see that being sent. No one wants to attack a 7.7 billion player, especially this early when you don't have to. Okay, so it looks like, let's see what he is ghosting. Can we see? Yes, we can. He is ghosting all his horse. or the higher level ones. Where is he that he has to ghost? Is he in the action, or is he out at a building type area? Where is this on the map? Yeah, so this is kind of far away in the middle of nowhere, and he is sitting beside this guy named Kirby, and he has a size advantage. Sorry, but okay, I'll just check this hospital, see if anyone's fighting for this, because there's a buff going there. Yep. So as you can see, does this guy have any power left to fight for it? Not really. But yeah, other teams are going to be fighting for the buffs because they are very important. You can add, 20-30% archer attack, but more importantly, sometimes you can click on things such as 20% alliance heal your troops, and that can be very beneficial, especially when you are 5 billion. You get to add 1 billion power back. So there was just an attack on this guy who I think his name is Tai. Yes, he's Vietnamese and his name is Tai. Okay. I think they will keep sending at this Thai guy to finish him off. But okay, so this one appears to be filling. I think it's on this guy who is 2.1 billion right now. So the attack should be coming here. It was filling slow. I don't want to check the tab and then I lose it. Yeah, so there's either his troops returning or reinforcements. But just look at how slow everything is moving. No one is using speeds, or at least this team is not. Yeah, so here comes the attack. But look, no urgency at all. So this is a siege rally they are sending on him. Interesting. But look at this, just coming so slow. I don't understand it at all. No urgency on those reinforcements. So let's see what his power is, 1.9. It only took 500 million. I want to see which team sent the siege rally here. Okay, so S60 did. I think they are the savage and average team. I think they could do a better job on rhyming though. Anyone else on fire up here? Nope. Oh, let's see how Shizzle is doing. 845, so he is still about full power, and Honey is still in the game. She was an early exiter last time, 1.1 billion. Honey has beefed up as well, man, chunky. Wonder if she did all that today, because I do not recall her. I think last I saw, I have a pretty good memory on the power. I think 895 was what I saw for a long time. But 1.1 is a lot. That is about 10 billion of each resource spent to jump 200 million. 5 billion is roughly 110 million if you do 5 billion of each. Okay, let's look at the tabs. Looks like Desert Eagle is about to get hit. 3 billion. Let's see if the attack does come. So it looks like they just sent a scout just before they're going to send the attack, I assume, just to make sure Everything still looks the same. Okay, so Say My Name is saying there's a siege on him. I'd like to watch that. So that was 3 billion on Desert Eagle, down to 2.8. So not a successful attack. So I don't see Say My Name's anywhere here. He said there's a siege on him, but I'm not seeing anything in the tabs. Oh, and of course, just as I was about to click on something, yeah, so there's lots of full rallies, but not being sent. Here's one. This looks like it's about to get sent on Kent's. And he is 2 billion. And now he is 1.6. So not the best hit that you would want, but the important thing here would be, oh, whoa, that must have been a double hit. I missed. Yes, so 166. I was going to say the key here is landing the second attack so you can finish the person off. And let's see what Big China's power is here. 7.5. So he's still looking very good here. 3.8. Let's see what new player is doing. He was 1.8 last we checked, and he is still 1.8. It's just, I'm surprised no one is hitting. So he's 700, so he's down 150 power. I'm surprised no one is hitting these people at the back. Neff has a couple smaller players who can get hit, and Neff is very good at reinforcing, though. I'm sure they would get there, but you could still get hits in, and 0 people like Bot up here. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Oh, so Neff has really fallen behind. I thought they were doing good from the images I'm seeing from watching, but apparently the other teams are really getting some good attacks in. Yeah, so that, I believe that is the top score on Neff's right now, almost 3,000. But nobody else. Like next one there, 2,000, down in 39th place. Yeah. So Bot, I believe, is the only player out for Neff, and he is finished with 444 points. Let's try and catch some more rallies here. Okay, so it looks like Neff is planning something here on this guy. 4.7 billion. This guy just received a hit. 34 million. Ooh, if this is accurate. And I do believe the game's been accurate so far on people's scores when they're zeroed. Wow, what a find by Neff to get this guy who has such a weak base. I have a feeling it was just a matter of who found that guy then, and he was going to die in one hit. So I don't know how much power he had though, but yeah, it looks like Neff added 6,000 points on that in the time since I last checked the scoreboard. I don't know if that's the only hit they made, and I doubt it. Don't usually get 6,000 points on one keep. Okay, so this one appears to be filling in, and it is an archer rally. And he is at 1.3 billion. And he is at 0. So a very good attack. I believe that was Neff on Crazy Kraka. So I don't see any other rallies filling up right now. So the team that I am viewing, which is IMO, they are in first place, very close between them and S60 Dark Side. But I don't really see them doing anything in terms of, I see lines, but I don't see anything coming up in the rally. Okay, so here is a rally finally. Okay, so Captain Conrad is getting rallied. Let's look at that again, 2.2 billion. So let's see what comes of it here. Here it comes, but $2.2, and he is now 1.9. Oh, they should absolutely send this now, right? Yeah, so I thought that was not IMO who sent that attack because there were no green lines, so that threw me off. But it looks like another team attacked their target just before them. They probably don't even know, and it would be an even better target now if they liked it in the first place because it's weakened. And they should send it before the other team sends theirs. Looks like they called it off. Okay, so a rally against Neff here, and okay, so this is so he's at 977. He was at 1.2 last time we checked, and 871. So very good defense for him. But you could see how quick Neff was reinforcing. They tapped the speed button once or twice to get in there before the attack, where other alliances I've seen are not doing that, and I don't know why. I thought maybe it was some sort of gentleman's agreement or something. So Shiz is now at 0 as he's on fire, but he has some troops, so it's not a true 0. But the troops are generally, 200 million power. He's going to have some horses ghosted or a march or two to help out, but he can no longer defend basically. Okay, so it looks like Sammy Steele is about to get hit. He's at 2.5 billion. And now he is at 1.9. So 600, that's a pretty good attack. But you kind of have to land the next one too, because 600 and you probably lost 600. So it looks like he's now receiving reinforcements because there's probably something else coming in. Yep, so they rescouted to see what those reinforcements are and to see exactly what is left. So it looks like another alliance snuck in there for the hit and did not do that well. Who was it? So S60 snuck in there for the hit that the other team softened them up for. So now that team is rescouting. I would just send at this point. Just why are you waiting? The guy's been hit twice, and you're just giving time for those slow reinforcements to arrive. Looks like there's another attack coming because that was sped up. Yep. But I think they just let reinforcements arrive and not much is going to happen there. Yeah, they only took 100 million. Ground on Sam. I don't know if you guys could see the chat. I tried to block out the chats and stretch the game out just to kind of give the teams a bit of privacy on here. It is live though. I did not put any sort of delay. So I guess there's a chance that another team could be watching this and see what the other teams are doing, sort of. But I think things happen so quick in this game that you just can't really do that. Okay, so this guy Bears was down to 850 last we saw in the last attack he received. And so he either healed, which is entirely possible, especially in Chalons with the medical tents, or that was a terrible attack, or at least inefficient attack. Yeah, and you could see all the reinforcements leaving him. Okay, so as you can see, yeah, look at this. Every single team is here, or two of them. I thought it was all of them, and trying to secure. Oh, and someone came in. Immortals came in and stole the buff. Let's see what this guy's power is, and he's down to 1.4. I think he's usually 1.7. And say my name. This is the best keep in the game, in my opinion. I said it earlier. It's the same keep as Styles in the last game. If anyone knows where you can get that keep, let me know. I'm sure you get it with a credit card. Somehow. Okay, so we've seen this guy a couple times have rallies set on him, but they have not been sent or landed. So let's see if they will now. So it looks like this guy just ate at least one attack there. I might have seen a couple land. And he's down to 780. So I'm guessing he's getting hit again right away. Yep, there it is. You can see the Frosty Dragon and another Scipio. So these are ground attacks just coming at him. And yeah, 100 million. He is dead. Very surprising to see anyone with this type of keep, because that means they went far in Battlefield All-Stars. And he just got force ported. And his base was only 100 million. So, I don't know. I expect a much higher base out of someone who has that keep. So let's look at the score. So Neff, who was in dead last with 13,000, is still very far behind, but they have made up about 10,000 on the other teams. And IMO is still in first place and very close with S60. And 5AV, Savage in Average, has also closed the gap on first place because they were closer to last than first before. So I'm just going to check just for fun to see. Yeah, all of these are, well, no, that one's kind of spread out. But most of the people ghosting are ghosting their horse, their mounted troops. And I will just say that I don't really understand that. I never ghost my mounted troops. I don't know why everyone does. I guess maybe you can be at a point in the game where you have an imbalance of troops and you might need to, or maybe your buffs aren't good enough. But I like to keep my horse sort of as something attractive for people to come and want to hit. And I will get defensive points when they come and hit. And if I hide them, no one will attack me. Okay, looks like there's a rally on. He was 1.4 billion last we saw. 1.4 right there. Let's see, he ate it, which is always good to see. And he's now down to 230, so I would expect a follow-up hit. Let's just check the... he had no choice but to eat it because they have 0 ports. And Savage and Average is down to 1 port as well. So I think it's pretty obvious what is going to be coming next here. Oh, thank you, Mark Styles. Yes, my last haircut was November 22nd when we had a lockdown, and I did not get a haircut again until July 5th, I think. July 2nd, something like that. So about a week ago, our city, Toronto, finally opened up, and I was able to get one. I went on the first day in that morning. It was getting very hot. And Styles, did you watch the last round? I actually was viewing your man Styles again, and his team is probably the favorite to win this whole tournament. This was Styles, if you remember. This was the same keep he had. I'm sure you probably have a poster of it on your wall with his name, Styles, upside down. You missed the last round. Do you have a poster of Styles Keep on your wall? Have you wrote him in game? Tried to talk to him? Tell him you guys have the same name but spelled differently? I'm just joking. So you did not go to the courthouse and try to legally change your name to Styles with a Y? Okay, so here we have a rally. It looks like Neff, led by Huntress. She usually sends ground or archer. So this player is at 1.7 billion and now 1.1 billion. Oh, you did write him and no response. Yeah. I They were closed. Oh, you went to the courthouse, no response. Okay, I was gonna say in game. Usually, if I write someone on a different server, ask them a question or something, most people reply. I find if they don't reply, they're usually a different language. But even then, I'll wait till this attack is over. Okay, so this guy was 1.1 and now is 0, 177. So if I can find Neff here, so this guy, Big China, I wrote him a few days ago. I wanted to know, because I've just heard rumors that different countries pay different prices for packs in the game. So I wrote him and I wanted to know, because I always hear China cost the least. That's why all the Chinese players are so good. But then he wrote me back just with like a number, because it's probably too much for him to, communicate with me in sentences. And he just wrote a number. I think it was something like, I think we just saw a swap here, or the person returned, and it was something like 650. And then I did a currency exchange, and it was the exact same price, $99. So he gave me the renminbi price, or the Chinese yuan price. And yeah, so he did write back, and I was actually really surprised. I thought it was going to be cheaper in China because the game's made in China. Okay, so what are we doing here? Let's look at the rally tab, and we have no rallies yet. We just have a bunch of people ghosting their troops. So there could be some solo attacks going on, but those are very hard for me to catch because they don't come up in the tab, and all I can do is watch. But I will say the game, ever since the first 20 minutes or so, the lag is a lot better now. So Mark Styles is saying exchange rates is how to get cheaper packs, but Evony also frowns upon it. So I'd like for you to explain that. Are you saying that basically the only way I could see exchange rates getting you cheaper packs is if a currency changed very quickly overnight or over a month, and Evony has their prices set in that country? Because as far as I've heard from other people in other countries that I was just explaining, it seems like all of them are based, like the max pack is $99 in any country, no matter where you are. But once that price is set, if the currency changes the exchange rate, then you can get a better price. Is that what you're saying? Or because the other players from other countries have all told me, Vietnamese players, Chinese players, Indonesian players, they've all told me, Brazilian players, they've all told me that it's the same price in their country. They don't get any cheaper. I assume they're telling the truth. Yeah, so I've heard of that, exactly what you're saying. But then when I asked the Chinese player that I just showed on the screen here, I'm just gonna, Yeah, so there is supposed to be a hit coming up on this guy right here, Devastation. He is 1.9 billion. So I asked the Chinese player, and he told me that he pays the exact same rate, 99 US dollars for the one pack. That's funny. So, how much would it normally cost you? Because 600 sounds like what 600 sounds like what it would normally cost me, anyways. So Devastation there got zeroed, but obviously still has a few troops left. Let's look at the scoreboard. Hey Mark, so if you got it for 600, what would it normally cost you if you got it in your own country with your own currency? So neck and neck for first, and IMO has actually slipped into second place by 500 points as Darkside has moved ahead of them. See what War is up to. He seems 3.1 billion. So they must be attacking a lot and just sending and hitting. He seems to be a very defensive player, which in Evony it's hard because you're relying on other people to hit you. And if you're too good defensively, they're just not going to hit you. Sorry, I made up the number, but buy a full weekend ladder set for about 12. 3 days, 3 full ladder sets. Yeah, that's 12. Yeah, it usually should be probably about triple, but not triple, 18. So a little more, I think, which is a lot to put into a game. I, I guess it depends for some people if you want it anyways, and then who the general is at the end of it. Usually it's someone useless, like Constantine or something. I did see Kanut on one of them. Yeah, saved about 600. That's what I thought. Because I was doing the math once. I did a 6, and then I stopped. And then I did just a tiny bit more to get over that threshold because I wanted to see how much more I needed to do for the next ladder. And it was triple. I was like, this just isn't worth it to get Kanut. So, Mark, after that, and you got that email from Evony, and then you said, in theory, you stopped. So, how did you continue to do it in theory? Did you just tell him I moved to the country, get lost? People move, right? So that could be a plausible story. Okay, so it looks like he is ghosting because he did not have much left. Yeah. Let's see, just for fun, let's see what he is ghosting. Let's see what troops. Yeah, all horse. Nope, Looks like there was a rally getting filled there on Dark Eagle, and we will miss it. And there it is. Dark Eagle has down to 550 million. No, I have stopped, but got several in before that email. Yeah, I don't think they should be telling you to stop. Like, you're still spending, and it's their fault for having it priced differently. So this player is now zeroed, and I think Desert Eagle was actually the point leader in the entire thing for a while. Yeah, so 8,800 right there. And they have taken the lead, but they just lost one of their best players. So not sure if they'll be able to hang on. Yeah, like I don't know why they would care if you're spending. And I don't believe it's cheating either. It's risky for you to give your password to someone. That's a risk you take. Like, I was looking into it just to see, but hypothetically, if I ever was to do that, I have some friends who live over in China, like real life friends that I went to university with. They work there. I would have to ask them, and they don't play this game, so it'd be all complicated. People who don't play this game laugh at people who do. So like, I don't even think this would work. But I would never do it with someone I don't know who's just in my alliance. It's very risky. But if it works, it would be very beneficial. Yeah, for sure. Agreed. Something along those lines. That might not be the best word for it, but definitely that's what it is. At the end of the day, it's their fault. But what are you going to do? Take them to court? Like, when you play a game like this, it's just their rules, and they have the right to kick out anybody. Yeah, you just connect it to a different account and give them that. You don't have to give them your main account and passwords and stuff, but they have your game. So would you, just asking, would you go, that option in the game? I'm going to look right here, and it's like a safe word you can put in, or a password. Would you plug that in? So that, because that safe word will prevent anyone from being able to sell generals or do things like that. I think they can't drop your subs. I think there's some high value maneuvers that someone would do that it protects you from, where you have to input that password if you're going to do it. Yeah. I would definitely be doing that, but I just don't think I'm sort of past the point now. I don't I don't need to be. I don't need anything right now. I have all the generals I want. I have everything. So there's nothing really for me to get. I'd like more rune stones, of course, and more refined stones, but even if I get them, it's never going to be enough. Okay, so it looks like I'm just going to guess no one is hitting Bama here. Yeah, he's 6.2. So they're sending a rally somewhere. Yes, there it is. Oh, no. I actually just caught the end of a Neff rally. So Benjaro is 971, or Neff is going to be sending on him. Yep, right here. So it looks like IMO hit him, and Neff is coming in for the final nail in the coffin. And did they get it? Yes, they did. He is now zeroed. So I just went off screen to sneeze there. So you guys hopefully didn't have to hear that. Anyways, here's the scoreboard. Okay, so disappointed in the event that the top 16 were not in a full 16 team event. Yeah, so I don't know how they made the 4 semi-final games. Thank you. I don't know how they made the 4 semi-final games, like the matchups, but only the first place team made it to the finals, which is difficult. So my opinion on Chalons is that it is an excellent game. It's probably the best thing Evony's done in a long time, the best edition they've ever made. I think it went so much better than they thought, that they didn't fully prepare and they didn't know how successful this would be. And the biggest mistake they made in it is that there should have been at least one other round, or the 4th round should have been used to break all the ties. Because like my team, we finished in a first place tie with about 45 other teams. We all went undefeated, but then they just went to your points in match to decide who the top 16 were. Yeah, exactly what you're saying. So, and that just comes down to your matchups. Like all our matchups, we're 55 billion, and probably our biggest opponent was a 35, and after that 25, and then we faced a lot of teams that were 10 billion, and that's not our fault that we faced small teams and there's no points available. So they should have made the 4th round every undefeated team at least 2 in each matchup, something like that, and some way to kind of break that tie. You shouldn't have undefeated teams just leaving, but I guess we can just call ourselves the paper champs or something, or call everyone else, our opponents, the paper champs. Okay, so it looks like Bears Goer just got finished off. Your team finished in first, but in the second league. Yeah, in the elite league. Yeah, so those teams only got the 4 rounds and no playoff, because there was another alliance on my server who was in that, and same thing. So I looked at these standings for them, and they just ended. They played their 4 rounds, and that's it. I am happy that Chalons is over today, because I'm done, and I would like to go back to Battlefield. So this has been 2 Battlefields we've missed, and these teams that are in, they're getting excellent rewards. They're all going home with 1,000 more runes every matchup. So you can see people at the bottom here in the chat. I don't know if you guys could see that, but people are saying they're out of archers. So let's see. Hellhath is 2 billion. I think she's normally 2.5. Let's see what they are going to be sending at her and what happens. So that looks like it's a Cav rally to me. And she lost only 300 million there. So on my old server 136, I said this last round she had one of the best accounts from that server. So even though she's now against much bigger players, it is a good account. Yeah, I have no issues with the game at all. I thought it was excellent. I just would like the format where you advance and move on to change. But the actual gameplay and game style was great. I wish they would incorporate some of the stuff into the other battlefields, like tents. The medical tents are awesome. I wish they would spawn a little bit more, though. Like, rather than releasing them all at the start, spawn them slowly and consistently throughout the time. I like the buffs as well. Okay, so I'm not sure they're launching on her again. Maybe they didn't like what they see. They're saying someone healed, but I don't think that's right here. No, it's not. Oh, were they going to rally? I know I just saw Bama started a rally on Huntress. Well, I can't. So let's see what her power is. 2.8. I can't find it in the rally tab, but it says it's there. So I'll just stay here for a minute and see if anything arrives. Yeah, I agree. I know myself, and I would go very aggressive at the start, knowing that I could get those tents. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like this castle she has. It's obviously awesome, and you need to a great accomplishment to get it, but I don't like it. I showed you guys the one that I like the best. I like I think this is the nicest keep in the game right here. I like that one. I don't like this one either. I don't like that. But this is a cool one. I like this one. Okay, did they just But like obviously they're all good. They give buffs. Who doesn't want to keep that gives you a buff? Hello again, Bang Gang. You have that one, hey Styles? I wonder if this is the real Styles, then you sure do, but I doubt it because you would be playing in your other game in the finals. So let's look at the scoreboard for a minute while we can. Looks like it's a two-way tie for first. 40 minutes left in the game, and I just don't think the other teams have any power left. Like if you look at Huntress, this is one of their top players, 2.8. Mikan, 2.7. War, 2.8. Yeah, so they've all, I guess they're doing good still. They're all probably at 75% of their power. So I guess that's still all right. But they have to find targets now. Almost everybody else is dying. Or very big, 4.6. How are you going to attack him now? 5.8. I just don't see easy targets now. Child. 1 billion. I'd be going after that person. The one that looks like a church. So Pac-Man is saying that Neff is streaming this. I'm not sure if he thinks I am a member of Neff or if he just thinks Neff is watching the stream. But I assure you I am not a member of Neff. So Omaha 2.4. So I don't know why rallies are either just not happening. Yeah, so IMO Pac-Man, if you just to let you know, if you do re-watch this stream at any point, I am not on Neff, in Neff. I don't communicate with them during this battle or really much at all, but I am on their server. So they do know I have a stream. Yeah, it would be very hard because I'm pretty sure my game on BlueStacks lags more than their game on their mobile device. So it's slower there. I think the only thing they could gain would be if I was to open up the group chat and read it. But I try not to do that. Tempted to go into, I can access their chat as well, IMO, and I could type in it and say hello to them if I wanted. Tempted to explain to them, but I don't want to distract anybody or be a nuisance, so I will not type in their chat. Just like, oh, here we go. Here's a rally, and yeah, so Neff is very fast at reinforcements, and you actually saw right here, War port over very quickly to send him reinforcements rather than just send them in speed. I don't know why he did that. Or maybe they just readjusted their lineup because some people have left, so get everybody closer together, the core players. Yeah, you would run it on a different device. Like I have BlueStacks on my computer and I have the game on my phone. So I could, in theory, do that, right? You could watch YouTube on your PlayStation or on the TV or on your laptop. I just don't see any advantage, especially because it's not like they can tell me what to do. Move the camera here, go here. I guess they could tell me to open up the other team's alliance chat, but most teams are on a line call and there's nothing going in the chat anyways. Do you have a farm? Bang gang. I'm not sure what you're referring to. Do you mean, do I in real life have a farm? No. Are you asking me in game if I have alternate farm cities? Of course, that is illegal and against Evony rules. I work hard, just like everybody. So it doesn't look like there's any rallies. So it's just individual attacks flying around and scouts right now. Okay, so let's see what sort of power Phoebe is at. She's normally 5, and yeah, so 3.5. She's still got some good troops left to be able to contribute. She, from what I know, I think she just got her top 100 Red Wings last season, which is something I want to do, but I feel I am still about 3 months away from being ready. I could go for it now, but it would cost me a lot in healing speeds, and I don't want to do that as much. So I'd like to be a bit thicker, be able to get pretty close, and then use those heal speeds to put me over the top. But I don't see that happening for a few months. Yeah, every alliance I've ever been in uses line calls. I've played other games with Discord. Okay, looks like there is now a rally up. Maybe. Says in their chat, Bama started a rally on Chilo. That is the one that, where did I find him? Right here. That was the one that I said was 1 million that I would definitely be trying to empty him out. But I don't, oh, there it is. Oh, I just missed it. Oh, that actually shows my alliance outside of the game battle log. That is weird. But I can follow this up, and okay, so Chilo was up here and they were able to land that on him, probably because actually no, he could have ported. Looks like the ports have regenerated for teams. They're all at maximum ports. So Chilo is down to 500 million now. Yeah, I think being on the call with them definitely helps a lot for alliance bonding and that sort of stuff, and just for actual gameplay as well. Um, I've been on Discord calls before as well, and I think they both work the same. They're just a phone call. I've found both very good. Yeah, did you guys see the new score rewards for SVS? I had a video up on that yesterday and today as I was learning about it as the weekend went on. Discord is better if you're going to use it for everything, like your group chats, your texting, because you could create different groups easier and that sort of stuff, and sharing files. Line is not really meant for that. Evony has not given any sort of indication on Landon. At first, they said he would be available, and they're looking into alternative ways to earn him. And there was a rumor that it was going to have to do with Pasture 35 and some science technology in the academy, a new wing. But since then, they have said they will rotate dragons available in Battlefield. Because there were some big players complaining and saying, I didn't make that Battlefield, and now all I get is this white snaky Chinese dragon. I want Landon, or Layden, whatever his name is. So they said they'll rotate. That was the last answer from Evony. And I will tell you this, that every time they ask me to stream and they offer me gems, I always reply asking for Layden. And they always say no. But I always try to get a dragon. And they do not budge. So this guy is about to get hit. He's at 3.2 right now. Or I was wrong. It was not him. It was Dark Knight, who was at 2.2. $1.9. So I have never seen the buff on the dragon. This guy has it. You can see it moving around the keep. And she has it on our server, but I've never seen the buff. I don't know what it is, but I think it's pretty safe to assume it probably has ground HP and ground defense, or march size and ground attack, something like that. So let's look at the scoreboard again quickly. And so IMO has taken back over the lead. And Desert Eagle, who is zeroed, is still in third place. We'll just scroll down here a little bit. Okay, so Neff's top player has moved into 7th place. Last I saw, she was 14th, and 13, Power Trip 13 is in 16th. He was 39 last I saw. So they have done a lot better, but they're still very far behind. Last round, they managed to get about 40,000 points in the last 20 minutes. So let's see if their luck continues. This time we are in the last 25 minutes, but I think it'll be harder this round. And Reverse Cowgirl in 30th place. That's probably the name of the night, but let's keep looking. Oh, there's Pac-Man. He was the one accusing or mentioning that Neff has access to a stream. Okay, and that's about enough of the scroll down on the scoreboard. Let's see what's going on here. So what do we got here in the chat? Yes, Landon is a ranged dragon. Okay, so it looks like she's probably getting rallied. She's at 2.6. Let's do a quick look in here. I don't see... Oh no, they are sending a rally at Mike Horn, who is 1.5 billion right now. Let's see what happens. Ah. So, Orbeez, are you Orbs in Dole, who used to be in the candy factory? Yes, everyone does have the same access. There is no secret code. Yes, you are Orbs. Nice. Oh yeah, Evony sent a mail, eh? I posted it in the world chat. So Orbs, you are a very active person on the world chat. I have to ask, you've obviously been playing the game a long time. Like your server is 5 years old, but your account is small. You're 60, 70 million, but you obviously like the game a lot. Okay, so Neff just zeroed this guy from 1.5 billion to 200 million. So why aren't you a lot bigger? Like, did you quit for some time or something? I'm just wondering, because you obviously like the game a lot. So I'd assume if you're playing that long and you are active, you're on there every day chatting. So tell us. I'd love to know more about you. Okay, so looks like they are trying to rally new player in Neff, but saying it's reinforced, so not sure if they're going to send it. He's 1.2 billion right now. Let's see. Okay, so you had 3 years of stalled growth or non-playing. Gotcha. So why didn't War bring you to Neff when he went there and left the candy factory? That was the alliance name for anyone who doesn't know. And this used to be Orbs' R5 right here. His name is War, but he has just changed it to No Deal Bucko. And sometimes people change their names in Battlefield to communicate with other players. Yes, addicted, yes. I've always said that I would, I'll give it up for whatever reasons too and go out in like a ball of fire, having fun against my enemies. But same thing, man, addicted. Don't want to give it up. Once you give it up and go against those enemies, it's over. You're never going to be a real player again. Your growth is over. And then you just walked away from all the stuff that was fun. Okay, so I don't see any rallies that's happening anywhere. Everyone seems to be pretty content doing solo hits right now. So Orbs, how is Dole? Is that the best alliance you've ever been in on the server? Like, or were you in other alliances before? Were you ever in MHM or BVS? Yeah. Interview with Orbs. Have to tell the server. They can come check it out on the replay. Anyways, I enjoy your world chat banter, Orbs. Virus is funny sometimes too. So Orbs, what happened? You just woke up one day and War was gone? He was gone to another alliance and it was just you? Or did he tell you, hey, I'm leaving? So I got some scouting going on here, but no rallies, none at all. So there's Tamiris returning home. That is my Archer General as well. Oh, so you left him and gave him no choice. He had to join them because you were leaving him. So you called the shots. You let him know that in World Chat. I guess there's always a he said, she said, eh? So let's see what his response is to that when he hears. Okay, so here is an attack on new player. He was 1.2. Oh, he looks like he healed a bit because he was 1.4 now. But that was a solo attack, so didn't do much. Could have just been a buffer test. Or maybe the guy saw something and it didn't work out. So Orbs, here's a question for you. How are rallies in Dole Alliance? Does it overlap with other alliances? I always found it an odd place that you guys moved the castle or the hive to. I thought it was in an area where other alliances already were, and it might interfere with rallies. So are you saying, Orbs, you did him a favor? You moved on because he couldn't leave you. So you let him go on to somewhere else that might be more appropriate for him. You're like a martyr. And this is the guy Orbs is talking about right now. 2.7. He was 4.1, I believe. Sanjalin, what talents do I use for PvP? If you mean Monarch talents, what do I do? Just all the PvP ones, basically. I could try to look at it quickly, see if it'll give me access. I'm not sure. I should have access inside here. Yeah, so my talents, right here they are. This is the only one that some people will change. They'll put rescue on instead of a healing cost, but then you can't have the archer attack or stamina regeneration. So this is basically what I have. Just like that. So I'll get back into the action though. That's my one that I have, my talent that I have on all the time. And it's almost exclusively for PvP, for Battlefield, etc. That's why I have it set up like that. And then boss hunting as well. Yeah, I have no issues with war orbs. I talk with them sometimes. I have no issues with anyone from 68, really. I don't know anyone, so I have no prior history, no reason to not like anyone. Yeah, same to you, Sanjulan. Yeah, like there's a couple different talents you can put there, but then you sacrifice and lose other things, right? Because they're on the extreme sides, the right and left, and they're one row beneath each other, so you can't. Okay, so Bama has started an alliance on this guy. Bama is their main rally guy, so this will hit 5.1 billion. He's gonna hit him. Okay, let's see. Yeah, orbs. And last night I actually played a part in an attack against Scrooge in your alliance. His bubble fell during SVS, and so this guy lost 600 million. And let's see what happened to new player here. And we hit him anyways, and then you guys green bubbled him. 1.1, so a new player got hit and only lost 300 million. And looks like someone again just hit him with a quick solo. This is a good account. This is an account that made Continent 2, C2 All-Stars Finals, I believe. It was there under the name Mujahid. So there's 10 minutes by my watch. There's 11 minutes left, but I don't get to see a timer. So I'll just try and show the score as often as I can now, because last round it just kicked us out and I didn't get to show the final score. So looks like IMO has taken over the lead again. And they are S60 is the ones that they're against. So I'm actually very, let's see now. I'm curious if they will avoid fighting each other. Oh, look, S60 just moved right in. Because why fight the team you're fighting with for points and give them points? Why not get all the points from the other people? And then if you splat, there's no risk that it hurt you in the standings. You'd be interested in the report. Sure, I could show you the report right here, I think. I'll try and be really quick. Here it is. So here's the report on, no, this is not. This is on an SVS hit. Here it is, Scrooge. No, this was me looting him after. No, another loot. Where is it? Did I save it and it's gone? So this is the attack report that we did. Just me and Milosevic did a 2-man rally on him. And he had Shajar on the wall. There's my Tamiris leading the way. And it doesn't matter what we sent. We won. We sent archers, etc. Let's just go down to what happened to your friend. And so for anyone watching, this was an attack that happened last night during SVS on one of our own server guys who dropped the bubble. And so here he is with Shajar on his wall, and you can see this is all low-level troops that died, and then his 14 horses, 1.2 million, went to the hospital, and that's pretty much it. Back to the action. So there you go, Orbs. So let's look at the score again, see if we missed anything. And not really. 85 to 81,000, still there. Have to think Savage and Average is just too far out of it now. You know, Orbs, actually, he's very lucky it happened during SVS because you just get to heal everything, right? Nothing dies. Even though things that die, they just go into revival in the hospital. I was excited, though. I was looking forward to the rest of the resources that were inside there, but your alliance did green bubble him and protect that for him. Yeah, so I think the action has pretty much cooled a lot here, as you would expect, because IMO has a 4,000 point lead and 3,000 points now. Dark side is closed by a few hundred. Why risk that? It's easier to play defense at this point. So okay, so there is about 5. Is that right? I got 6 minutes remaining on my clock. So see if there's any action going on at the end. Yeah, so it looks like Immortal is still doing some attacks, but they must be solos because I'm not getting any of them in the rally tab that I can join and watch. Yeah, I'm not sure he feels the same way, Orbs. I'm sure if that was me, you know, I don't drop bubble. I'm very careful about it, but I'd be just mostly wanting to, you know, wondering why that green bubble wasn't put on quicker, that sort of stuff. Because we weren't that quick with it. We poured it over, took our time, rallied. But you have to have R4 online, right? So it has to be an active person. I wouldn't be happy that anybody got me. I don't care if they're on my server or not. I have been zeroed before, but it was probably in my first 2 months on the server. So over a year and a half ago, and I learned my lesson and have not dropped since. I'm very careful with it, as it just sets you back months. Okay, so they're saying that they're seeing other people rallying right here. Yes, this is the one they were talking about. They were saying Huntress was rallying someone. So it's this guy. He's at 2.5 billion. Let's see what happens. There's the rally. It was Roland, so it was calves. He was at 2.5. Neff hit him, and wow, they took 800 million off him. That was very good. Yes, I've seen burnings happen. I can't remember. Was it you who said something to Gump and he went to burn your castle? Was it you? It was someone in Dole. So yeah, it could happen over anything. Okay, so Neff has now zeroed this guy. Bucko is zeroed, and someone's finishing him off right now just to make sure. I think that IMO snuck in there for some late attacks. So IMO has a 2,900 point advantage with 4 minutes left. Okay, so Hellhath is getting rallied. She held up very well last round. She has a good keep. I believe it used to be named Alex, something like that. Wes might know more than I do, but I think it had a different name before. 1.4 billion, but that was a long time ago. So it's been enough time that her own stamp has been put on the castle. Oh, Hades is here. Hades and Orbs. Nice. Yeah, the people we were fighting in SBS, Hades, they are not coming over to our server at all, which makes it very boring. They're just sitting on their own. Okay, so Noop just got rallied and took it. Is still at 1.1 billion. So Orbs, what's it like inside the hive or the chat when you are the one responsible for your hive being set on fire? Is everybody upset, or they just don't care, or what? I get the feeling on 68 people don't really care much. It's like, yeah, whatever, it's a war game. But on 136 it was different. Maybe because we were in our first year, so it would really hurt your growth if your hive was burned, because you had food in there and stuff. So I don't want to be stuck on the Neff area only. There are other teams, but there's no action anywhere else. Everyone else is zeroed or very big, and no one's doing anything. Just so anyone who's wondering why I'm sitting there, it's because they are the ones receiving, they're at the receiving end of attacks. Oh, looks like, is the battle over? Thought I saw 0 time, but mine always says 0 time. So 88,300 for IMO, and they're up by 2,800. So there's still a chance that Dark Side can catch them. And this is for the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place game. But I don't see any teams, so I think it's over. Let me look around a little bit here. I see some white lines. Maybe if I could follow that. feel like this is a glitch right now with the, yep, so the match is over. So this appears to be the final score. It looks like IMO won. So IMO will finish in 5th place. Let's scroll down and see the point totals. 4 players. So you guys should be saying your final goodbyes, exchanging phone numbers if that's what you want to do, as this is about to end soon once I finish scrolling through here. They're congratulating in world chat. Let's see what my world chat says. See if I can get in there for you guys. My world chat can be entertaining sometimes, but it appears that I can't get in there, so the game is trying to... Oh, it does. I did right there. No, that is Battlefield. Let's switch over to world chat. So this is what the other team was discussing, and world chat right now, just a bunch of good lucks to Neff and some errors being showed, and that's it really. Nothing about it about Chalons in my world chat. So that's it, guys. I'm going to shut down this stream. So thanks for joining me, and let's see.